Hello, my beautiful friends. It's your friend Kevin. Today is Thursday, the 22nd of June, 2023. This is your card of the day. All right, my friends, we are using Kyle Gray's Angel Prayers Oracle deck. And I keep talking about the backs of these cards. The Merkaba Metatron's Cube. I feel like this is Archangel Michael's Sword of Light because you've got these beautiful blue wings on the back. Our card of the week is the 7 of the Major Arcana, number 7, the Chariot, with Archangel Metatron. Now, this is the second week this card has come forward. So Metatron is reminding us that we have got to reward ourselves for our achievements. We've also got to exercise self-discipline. When you know that you need to take a break, and when you know you need to take some time out, and when you know in your heart, in your intuition, that things are not quite as they seem, give yourself a break. We've been talking all week about looking for signs for angels, the feathers on the ground, and being aware of what we're listening to, the intuition, shutting off the distracting noise. Shut that down, shut it off, listen within, go meditate, find a space, a peaceful space, a sacred space to do that. So let's get on with the actual card. That's just this one, that's for the week. But I pointed it out because it's been going on for 2 weeks. Not it's been going on, but it's been around us for 2 weeks. We have to understand that things are moving forward pretty quickly. Metatron is the archangel of speed and getting things done. Also a helpful person. Also takes care of the vulnerable. Also helps people align themselves up with their greatest good. And sometimes that can feel like, whoa, hang on a minute. No, hang on a minute. Just trust. All right. Great Father in the sky, loving, kind, caring Mother in the earth, thank you for being with us today. And angels, guided ones, ascended masters, as well as our ascended relatives who are now in spirit, we welcome you to this space. I am happy, grateful to be your messenger, and set the intention to see, to feel, to hear, and to know that your words of spirit and to deliver these messages in such a way as to enlighten other people, inspire other people, and lift other people's vibration beyond where they are. So be it, and so shall it be. All right, I'm going to just randomly pick a card anywhere in this deck. There we go. I love the random stuff. I like how it just all comes together. All right, here we go. What we got? Woo! Now, ooh, ciao. When I see this card, this reminds me of Cyndi Lauper singing Girls Just Want to Have Fun. That's what it reminds me of. She is safe. She is free. She is all the things you want her to be, wearing a beautiful magenta color, which to me is Archangel Jophiel, bringing joy, bringing happiness. It says, live your joy. Take your joy by the horns or the balls, whichever you want to, and pull. Go. The chariot's moving you forward. Now listen. Yes, some of you are facing some of your greatest challenges. I have been witness to and listened to quite a few people that I know personally, people that are dear to me, that I love and care about, going through the wash cycle. That wear the dirty clothes, all the stuff that wasn't working, all the things that didn't serve them, all the things that were getting in their way. Oh my goodness gracious me, like a pile of filthy laundry that stinks. They are going through it. Put yourself in the wash cycle. Add whatever joyful, light, loving, kind, caring detergent you want to. Stick a bit of lavender in there if you want to. Make it smell good. And then turn that washer on. Now, you know, when the wash cycle's going on, it isn't a pleasant place to be. You got people saying, you should this, you should that, you should the other thing. Clear, cancel, delete other people unless they are for your highest good. Do not matter. One more time. Other people, unless they're for your highest good, do not matter. You know, I like to think when I went through yoga teacher training, there were two sides of Kevin. There was the side that I always knew, that always sat in the back, that would never say anything, that would keep myself quiet, that would not really come forward. I had many, many epiphanies in that 200-hour training. Lots of them. Didn't think I would. Went in it when I was past 50 years old. Thought, well, I know it all. No. They were people who were coaching and pushing and saying, come on, you can do it, encouraging, because they themselves had come out the other side. So what's the message here? Thank you, angels, for supporting me as I follow my joy. You know, you're going to follow your joy when you come out of cuckoo kukulala kaka. That's what you're going to be doing. Now listen, look at a lotus flower. Grows in mud, but look how gorgeous it is. So, you know, there are some of us that are trailblazers. I got some great teachers who really faced all kinds of adversities when they were coming up. Cultures, societies, people's opinions, the fear of this, the fear of that, the fear of everything else. They still did it. Living your joy is what we are supposed to do. Living your joy and being in that space of I can't get anything wrong is who we're supposed to be. And sometimes it feels as if we're surrounded by all of this crap. It feels like everything's, the walls are imploding. People are going, you know, mad. Not literally, sorry. And it causes us to feel a certain way. Really does. Your guardian angels and your spirit guides are encouraging you to follow what your heart says at this time. And whatever your heart does that makes you sing out loud, stick some music on, go dancing. Naked if you feel like it. Do what makes you smile, do what makes you laugh, do what makes you dance and rejoice. Living your joy is as important as the meditation, as the growth. It is truly one of the only purposes that you came here on earth in the physical form to do. So if you're really questioning what you're supposed to do with your life, this card's showing you live your joy. Fill every day with joy. If you feel like spending $2.99, $3.99, $4.99 on a bunch of flowers, stick it in a vase, go do it. Now listen, if you find yourself kind of feeling woe is me, drained, sad, whatever that is, you're going through it, you're in the wash cycle, tiny little bit of happiness, a tiny little bit of joy, a tiny little bit of something that makes you giggle. I don't know if it's a hobby or spending time with a loved one or, you know, picking yourself up, dusting yourself. I get in it. For goodness sake, I get in it. My dogs get in it. They didn't find their joy. They certainly didn't find their joy last night. I came on here a little bit late. I have 7 dogs that other people weren't able to keep anymore. It's fine. And I'm thanking those people for being responsible enough to either call a rescue or do something, because somehow or another a power greater than what I know said, you know what, you go live at Kevin's house. He's crazy enough to take on these dogs. Go there. He'll give you food. He'll give you whatever you need. And one of the greatest joys I find in the mornings now, because this year is about transformation and expansion, I got all these bird feeders in my yard. Don't ask me why, I don't know. There's a lovely little shop not far from where I work that sells bird seed, wild bird seed. Listen, people, if you know people that have got a small business going, a small storefront or whatever that is, support them. Give them your dollars, help them out. Introduce yourself, tell them who you are, which I did. Lovely couple, been doing it for 27 years apparently. Anyway, I'm feeding these birds, and in the morning, like early, before the sun's up, they are singing. They are chirping. They're carrying on. They're having a conversation. This is joy. Now, 2 or 3 years ago, before we were locked down and told to stay in our houses and never see anybody, I probably wouldn't have heard that. Maybe once in a while. Now, I hear it all the time. I see it all the time. Yesterday, I'm on the phone with a friend of mine. I come home and there are crows on my roof. Oh my goodness, a whole murder of crows on the roof looking to be fed. And I'm thinking in my head, Daddy's home, we've got to get some food. I cut my phone call off. I got to go feed the crows. This is joy. Those silly to some people, foolish to other people, crackpot nuts to some is joy. That's it. And this is what today is about. Turn the corner. 22nd, 2 and 2 make 4. Angels are our 4 number. I could add on the rest of the date and get a number if I needed to, but I don't need to. Because you get the picture. You get the understanding. We're not all about gaining 5 pounds, losing 5 pounds. We're not all about this, the turkey neck that goes down my collar. Listen, anyone that's been in a physical form, this lovely body that I got, that I've probably abused in more ways than I need to think about, it's holding me up. It's keeping me going. And I'm grateful, truly. And I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for you passing all this along, getting these subscriptions where they need to be, telling people there's a better way to live your life. And I think today might be a day, since we're past the midpoint of the year, we're going into the summer solstice. We're in the summer, just barely. I'm trying to think, spirits, what am I doing? They're just in it. They just are with me saying, yeah, we've turned our little 4-seater coupe into a big old SUV, and they're all piled up in the back. I'm just chuntering on, sorry. I'm thinking, what do I need to do to wrap this up? That's it. Live your joy. Now, there's a part of people that's saying, well, that seems to be reckless. Well, I use an analogy. When a trapeze artist is, I don't know how many feet above the ground in a tent, swinging from left to right, front to back, whatever you want to call it, they have to let go of one swing. And there's a split second before they've caught the other one. And in that split second, anything is possible. That's what I want to tell you. Because if there's no net underneath, there is the fear that something awful is going to happen. If you use that in between, in England, when you're about to get on a subway train, it says mind the gap. If you are in that gap where anything's possible, stop looking at the fact that you might fall to the floor and kill yourself, or you might fall in the gap and get caught under the train. No. You have to have this little piece of faith and intuition to know that swing is coming, and that swing is there, and that swing, you are going to grab it hold with both hands and anything else you got your hands on. Sometimes they flip upside down, put their feet over that rung, and go to the next phase. Does that make sense? Living your joy is first of all recognizing when you're not in it. I'm not in joy. This doesn't make me feel good. Listening to this, doing that, talking to these people. Oh, no, thank you. That's awareness. That's the present saying, are you really sure you want to do this? And then you have that brief period. What do I do now? What happens? Oh my goodness, because I don't know what this is. Don't know if that swing's coming. Don't know if that next piece of the puzzle is going to fit in that place. You don't know. This is where the magic is, in that gap between those swings. The magic is, but what if it's great? What if, hang on a minute. What does that, you know what? I think so. This is where your intuition said, okay, I got goosebumps, so I know they're talking to me. This is where your intuition is telling you, you know what? You let go of this for a reason. You're swinging in midair for a reason. There is a reason that this is going on. Now, you could sit there in that gap. Well, what's the reason? I need to know. What am I doing? And let the weight of all of this, the gravity pull of all of this is pulling you down. Do you get it? Where you worry, the second guessing. Well, let me tell you, my friends, that is ego edging out God, edging out the divine, telling the divine, I don't trust all of this. What if the blah, 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 and you go to talk to Mary and Michael and Fred and Jean and Julie and all these people to get validation that you need to let go of this. You got the validation. You're in the gap. You're between the swings. And I know there's some of you out there that's probably raging right now saying, how can he say that to people? Well, I can, because I did it. I've done it over and over and over again. I recognize, and my friends that have known me for 30 years know, Well, he's in it. He's doing the cycle. And I know when they're in it and they're doing the cycle. We love each other and hold each other up and pull each other forward. That's what we do. We find that light, that love, that piece of joy somewhere in there. What are you doing? Come on. And it might take a week, a month, a year. It might take 6 months. Grab the next swing. And so what? You grab the swing, you slip. Oops-a-daisy. There's a bit of a bumpy ride. You wonder if you're going to fail. You wonder if this is going to be right. But without grabbing it, how would you know? Without taking it and going for it, how would you know? You wouldn't. But just know, when you have the faith in yourself and you're in the driving seat of your life, no one else is. There are people that brought you into this world. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm grateful, truly. But the greatest gift you can give to people who have passed out of this world is to live your life, because that's what they want you to know. When they get to where they're going, have you noticed some of us in this age group? I'm not going to tell you how. Oh, well, yeah, well, 60. Fight this aging thing. We don't want it. We want it lift, tucked, twisted, and done all kinds of things. I'm going on and on and on here. I got to stop there saying. There's a reason. There's a reason. The sand in the hourglass is not half full anymore. It's running down, running out. And at some point or another, those of us, like so many greats, will pass out of this physical world. I have a motto: if it's not fun, I'm not doing it. If it's not worth it, why bother? These are the things. And now it sounds very kind of like, whoa, bougie, you know. If he's not good enough, I'm not sleeping with him. Done. Well, on that ratchet note, I'm going to let you go. I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Liking, subscribing, passing this along. Have a great, what is today? Thursday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.